Okay, well, g'day all. Well, you've all probably just sat down there and watched that game. Not the result that unfortunately us Lions wanted. 22-16 final score to the Blues. A quick recap of the game. Watched the whole thing, and yeah, a bit disappointing. Again, they have chances. They had chances, and that's the gutting thing. I mean, yes, you say at Eden Park, 40,000 crowd, which is fantastic. 40,000 crowd. Great to see them have a minute silence before the game for the terror attack in London. Fitting touch. Not too sure about that haka. Yeah, as you say, seems like every New Zealand team has to do it. But hey, a good start to the game for the Lions. About first 5 minutes, they actually held the ball, and I think they put about 12 phases together. So from the start, it was looking promising. Yeah, so but unfortunately, I think it was Henschel did a bit of a stray pass at the end, and that was the end of that. Jarryd Payne, ooh, so close to a try. That would have been great, you know, especially missing the game in Whangarei. So Jarryd Payne went over pretty close, and yeah, foot and touch. The surface was pretty greasy. They had a bit of rain before the game, so yeah, that was a bit of a challenge for the team as well. What else did we have? Yeah, as you say, the Blues opening try. Fantastic pass out to Rieko Ioane. Nice long pass, which put him in space, and you know, that's the end of that basically. So yeah, he went over. Yeah, so 5-0. The Lions did hit back with a cracking driving maul, which they did off the back of the line out, and yeah, CJ Stanner went over, and Leigh Halfpenny converted it, so it was a 7-5 lead as the Blues missed their conversion. Then what was it? Leigh Halfpenny got a penalty, and that took it to 10-5. And then unfortunately, right before the break, the Blues got a penalty. The Lions very guilty of giving a penalty after penalty after penalty, which was frustrating. And then it was a pretty easy kick, which unfortunately for the Lions he missed, which came back off the post. One of the Lions, I think it was a 50-50. It could have been gone either way, but they said the Lions guy knocked it back, and unfortunately Sonny Bill Williams was first under the post and grounded it. So a bit of a kick in the teeth there. That gave them a 12-5 lead to the Blues. Momentum seemed to carry over for about the first 5 minutes into the second half. Rieko Ioane had another try ruled out. In the second half, he got his foot in touch. So that was rather close. So the first 5 minutes of the second half, it was all the Blues. Eventually, the Lions sort of started getting into it. The mistakes were creeping in because it was a bit greasy in that underfoot. A big moment after, was it, yeah, 50th minute, Ihaia West got another penalty. So that was 15-10 to the Blues. And then there was Liam Williams came on. I can't remember who he replaced, but I think it was Jarryd Payne, not too sure. And then, yeah, him and Duffy went up in the air, and after the Lions had a penalty coming, Sexton put a cross kick and under advantage, and he went up and unfortunately took Duffy in the air. So they reversed the penalty, which was really disappointing. So they reversed the penalty there, and then about 2-3 minutes later, unfortunately, same thing, Duffy and Liam Williams, same thing again, in the air. And that put the Lions down to 14 men on the 56th minute mark. From there, actually, the Lions didn't play too bad, actually, after that, and they put 15 phases together with a man down, and which led to a penalty to Halfpenny, which brought it back to 15, what was that, 15-13? And then, yeah, a dominant scrum around the 70th minute mark. Liam Williams was back at this point, and a really dominant scrum by the Lions around the 70th minute mark gave Leigh Halfpenny another go. And another penalty, and he took it, and they took a 16-15 lead, and momentum at this point had shifted big time. And then, unfortunately, on the 75th minute, beautiful touch of brilliance from Stephen Luatua, which popped up a ball to Sonny Bill Williams, who then popped up a beautiful ball to Ihaia West under the post. Scored the try there, converted it, and they were 22-16 up. near the end of the game, Blues tried to kill it out, and they didn't have. They got a penalty conceded. This is after the Lions had a shot right under the post when they drove, and yeah, got penalised again. Penalty count 13-9 against the Lions. Concerning, very concerning. And then the Lions had a shot with time up, and God knows what Best was doing. He just threw it straight to a Blues player, and then that was the end of that, and kicked it out. So yeah, a bit of a disappointing a loss there, because again, the Lions really should have won this one. Really should have won this one. Not saying that the Blues did not play bad, but again, the Lions are making so many mistakes, penalty counts, and it doesn't get any easier. Crusaders on Saturday, so we can only but hope. I will still fly my flags tomorrow, and yeah, I'm sure I'll get a few laughs and a few comments, but hey, Lions through and through, eh? So let's hope it gets better for the Crusader game, and yeah, we shall see. Okay, so from me, unfortunately 22-16 scoreline to the Blues tonight over the Lions. First defeat on tour. Moving on to Crusaders on Saturday. So keep them posted, put comments, subscribe, all that, and I'll do my best to get some live updates. So from me, good night.